I'm on page 132 of your Osborne book, Spreadsheet Functions, Exercise 2, using numerical and date functions and conditional logic. In this next exercise, we're going to use more of the numerical and date functions together with some conditional logic if statements. We are again going to use an existing spreadsheet, so you'll need to have T4 employee open. When you've opened it up, it should look like the one on my screen. We want to save it with the name T4 Exercise 2. So I'm going to go File, Save As, because I'm changing the name, T4 Exercise 2. In D1, we want to enter date. So D1, I'm going to type the word date. In E1, I want to enter a formula that will format today's date. So a formula will be equals today. Open and close brackets. When I press enter, there we have it. The formula has taken forth. In F5, we want to create a formula to display the person's age. So to do this, you will need to use today's date, E1, and the birth date, B5. And we want to convert the difference into years. So we'll have to divide it by 365. So I'm going to click in F5. I'm doing a formula, so I'm going to press equals, open brackets. Now I'm using two brackets because I'm doing two operators, or I'm using two operators, the minus and the divide. So I'm going to go E1. I need to put a dollar sign. So I'm going to put $, before the E and a $, in between the E. I'm going to minus that from the birth date. Close my brackets as I'm telling the computer this is what I want you to do first. I want to then divide by 365, and I'm going to close the bracket again, so that I'm telling the computer this is what I want you to do after. I'm going to press enter, and then I'm going to basically replicate it down. So you could replicate or flash fill by double clicking. I want to basically format the cells so that they are with 2 decimal places. So I'm going to right click, format cells, and I'm going to change that to number and 2 decimal places. In G, we're going to do the same formula all over again, but we're going to use the int function, int. This basically will convert the data that is in F6 so that it is to a whole number. Okay, so I'm going to do the formula again, equals, but I'm going to enter the words int, 2 brackets, E1, don't forget the dollar signs, or press F4, minus the date of birth, divide by 365 and close your bracket. When I press enter, you'll see that it's done it as 45 instead of 45.20. That's because it's integer. Integer means a whole number. When you're happy, we can then replicate down or flash fill. And we are done. We want to make sure that the figures in G have no decimal places. Just in case you add anything in, it might convert it. So we're going to right click, format it. I'm going to click number, and I'm going to make sure it's on 0 decimal places. And there we have it. This stage is now complete, so you'll need to save it with the same name. Take a second, like I said, to look at the figures and check your formulas so you become more familiar with it. So formulas, show formulas. If the page is too big, click on the triangle, reduce the size, and just take a second to look. When you're happy, click on show formulas to take them off. If you get these hashtags, it means I'm squashed. So just double click on the line and you'll see that it's opened up nice and neat. And there we have it. This stage is now complete.